live stream with none other than Midea, of course. And guys, today is a very, very special day because we have a lot of special surprises for you. First of all, we have a new product just in store for you. And not only that, we're going to be having a very, very special guest that we cannot wait to learn a thing or two when it comes to healthy cooking and healthy eating. But wait, let me introduce myself first. My name is Jamie Gabuya and I will be your host for today's live stream with none other than the Midea 12-in-1 InnerChef multi-cooker. Yes, and of course, as you can see right now, I'm here at UOR. Rather, it means Under One Roof Experience Hub. Now, of course, this is a showroom or a studio in Makati that people can actually visit and experience our Midea appliances as well as get creative ideas for your home or your kitchen setup. Now guys, this is it. All you have to do is just visit our showroom. That is again at the UOR Experience Hub. And did I mention that we have a lot of surprises? Yun talaga, we really have a lot of surprises because of course we're going to be introducing this really wonderful multi-cooker. And not only that, we're going to be slashing some prices off. Pero yun na nga, just stay tuned so we can actually get to know the product more and really enjoy the surprises which is brought to us by Midea. Now speaking of Midea, it is actually the world's #1 major appliances producer, and it also provides surprisingly friendly home solutions for the ones who treasure those tiny moments at home. So you can also visit us at our brand socials. We have our website, that's www.midea.com/ph. And then we also have our social media pages. We have one on Facebook that's at Midea Philippines. On Instagram, just type in Midea PH. We also have a YouTube channel. Just type in Midea Philippines Official. And my favorite, meron din tayong TikTok account. We have at Midea Philippines. Now guys, alam naman natin, the current landscape and the situation of the Philippines right now is that we're still experiencing the pandemic, but somehow medyo nag-iis na ang restrictions so we can actually go out and about already, but we really have to focus on our health first. Kaya nga sinasabi nila, health is wealth. It is something that, it's a big price that we can actually give ourselves when we feed ourselves and our families the right and nutritious foods talaga, yung mga plant-based na yan. But it's really important that we use yung cookware that will do all of the benefits, that will do all of the work for us, and at the same time, really get that value for money. So don't worry, because you are at the right place. You can actually check all of our appliances that will give us all of the benefits that we need, but syempre at the same time, won't hurt our pocket at all. Ayan, and speaking of cooking, sino dito sa inyo ang naka-experience na or can actually see their moms, their lolos and even dads cook yung mga kare-kare or kaya yung mga bulalo, because usually when they actually cook yung mga beef nila, it involves tenderizing the meats So kailangan natin maghanap ng mga pressure cooker. But of course, dito sa Midea, tinatanggal na natin yung mga tedious ways or yung mga hazardous ways on how we can actually tenderize our meats. Kasi nga, noong unang panahon, di ba, nakaka-relate dito ang ating mga mommies who are watching right now. Kapag nagte-tenderize tayo, talagang medyo we have to be really patient when it comes to cooking kasi gumagamit tayo ng mga charcoal, wood-fired cooker, or the old big pressure cooker that is really not safe at all because it explodes and it takes so much of your time. Imagine your home smells like, tenderizing the meat and we don't like the smell of those, meats and bones and all of that. And at the same time, may whistle sound siya. So it's really not safe at all. So nakakatakot, especially if you have kids and furry friends at home. Kaya naman dito sa Midea, we have this very special product. And I almost forgot. Ito din, a traditional way of cooking. Di ba? Para naman matenderize natin yung mga meat, we actually put spoon or fork on it or kaya mga stem of papaya thinking that it will help with tenderizing the meat while boiling it for hours. So say adios to that rigorous and tedious task when it comes to tenderizing our meat dahil eto na this is it. The multi-cooker of your dreams. I am really pleased kasi ito na nga, this is the first time that we are actually showing this to you. And of course, aside from the fact that it has, an original price of 6,995 pesos, and we're slashing a huge amount. Imagine ninyo, only for today, you're giving it to you at an affordable price of 3,999 pesos! Woohoo! Grabe talaga ako. I'm already enjoying just discussing this. So, ayan na nga guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Our Midea 12-in-1 multi-cooker. It is actually designed and built to help our consumers on their daily cooking needs. Imagine nyo yun, while enabling to unleash the inner talents in cooking delectable meals, or in short, unleash that inner chef in you. We all want that, right? And of course, here, the Midea STA product category takes pride in making innovations that are surprisingly friendly in every use and making home-cooked meals a level of experience for every Filipino family. So in short, Midea really takes good care of us. So that's why, once again, we are pleased to say that you, yes, you viewers who are watching right this moment, you are the first to actually see the all-new Midea InnerChef 12-in-1 multi-cooker. Now, this kitchen appliance will be the newest kitchen wonder, bridging great value for money and while unleashing the inner chef in you. Come on, guys, let's unleash that inner chef within us. At ang maganda dito, look at this one. It's just so beautiful. It has a sleek design and it just really fits whatever theme you have with the kitchen. It doesn't take up too much space, and also the fact that it's built and designed in a way for convenience and ease of use. Ease of use, bakit? Because it has a one-touch Kickstart 12 programs. You heard that right, 12 programs. Imagine, in our LED display over here, all you have to do is just actually touch the buttons, and then it will give you the cooking method or the cooking mode that you really want to achieve on that particular day. And what's really important is that we are actually familiarizing ourselves with all of these methods. Imagine you can steam, you can braise, you can broth, you can actually cook your rice, even bake, and the list goes on and on. And I also love the fact that I can do curries here, beans, yogurt. Grabe, the possibilities are actually endless. So again, with the touch of a button, you can actually achieve that already. And also, it gives us a beautiful high-pressure quick cook with 60 kPa or kilopascal high pressure. So what's the kilopascal high pressure just really helps you in tenderizing your meat and grains in less time. I just love this so much. And it also gives us ease of use when it comes to timing our recipes and our ingredients, because it also provides us a 24-hour preset timer, which means you can reserve your food at the right time you want. Imagine that everything is already here in this magical pot. I would like to call it the inner chef, which just really brings out the inner chef within us. And again, guys, not to mention, it also has a DIY manual setting to customize and control for greater precision cooking. Now, for those of you, the mommies out there, you might be wondering, is this dishwasher safe? It definitely is. This one, just put it, just place it in your dishwasher, and then the dishwasher will do all the job for you. It's already clean. Now, you might be wondering as well that, baka if I'm going to be able to scratch it or destroy it. No, you won't, because you can also actually wash it with, plain dishwasher soap and then our sponge. Now, also, it gives us a real safe system. Now, this is an advanced safety protection with 9-in-1 safety features. Grabe! And the list goes on and on and on with all of the benefits, with all of the features of our InnerChef pot. This is such a magical thing. And in fact, you can actually give this not only to yourselves, but to your loved ones. Again, our price is 6,995 pesos, but today, we're gonna give it for only 3,999 pesos. And for those of you might be wondering, where can we actually see this? This is exclusively available on my Midea Lazma page at Lazada. Grabe guys, that's it. You don't have Lazada app yet? Well, I doubt it because all of us are using it already. Just head on to the app, go to the Midea flagship store, search on the Midea InnerChef 12-in-1 multi-cooker. And that's it. Babayaran lang natin is only 3,999 pesos. I feel the love. Thank you, Midea, for that. At syempre, ito na. Since we have surprises, since we have a very, like what I mentioned, very special guest. Ayan, I'm sure a lot of you are really so keen or really so excited to see her in the flesh kasi kahit ako, I'm just really excited to learn from her when it comes to healthy eating, healthy cooking, and healthy living. And not to mention the fact that she is so beautiful. Now, yan na nga guys, a little introduction to our very surprised and amazing guest. Since she was a child, probably around 9 years old now, she was already developing a love for culinary arts. And her love for her family and passion for healthy living made her to decide to improve her family's diet and discover plant-based dishes and its health benefits and found joy of cooking and sharing these dishes. Now, she also created Mesa Ni Misis. This is an online web platform and now also a cookbook that celebrates plant-based dishes and healthy living. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the very beautiful chef, author, and supermom, Chef Juana Manahan Yupangco.
Hi Jamie! I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited to cook with a 12-in-1 InnerChef today. You don't understand how long I've been waiting for this to come out.
Wow! Grabe talaga. You know, I'm super starstruck. Chef Juana is so beautiful. Can you just imagine that she will be sharing her talents with us? But given the fact that you mentioned, Chef Juana, that you love our multi-cooker already, what can you say about it? What's your experience with that?
So I was never really big on buying lots of appliances because then I found cluttered or there's lots of stuff, right? But the more I delve into plant-based cooking and the older my kids get, the busier we all get, I realize it's really important to have something like this. So probably my favorite thing about the 12-in-1 InnerChef is that it can cook beans. So in plant-based cooking, we use a lot of beans to replace meat and as our source of protein. But with beans, there's a lot of prep that's required. There's a lot of soaking, it takes long to cook, but guess what? There is a button here just for cooking beans and grains. So the advantage of cooking with a 12-in-1 InnerChef is that it releases all the anti-nutrients that are found in beans and keeps all the essential nutrients, making it more available for our bodies to use and making it softer at half the time. That's really a big thing because before, like the way I usually cook beans, even in my recipe book or online, you'll see I always put soak for 12 hours, soak for 24 hours, a lot of time. And like me, I have a lot of stuff to do. I forget a lot of times. So if you have beans that aren't soaked properly or aren't cooked properly, they're hard and they're painful. Funny. But with this, you can be forgiven. And if you forget to soak it, this will take care of everything. So that's my absolute favorite thing about this.
Wow! Lesson learned, guys. I'm loving it. But I'm already learning a lot from Chef. I imagine yung beans natin can actually, it's a very healthy dish. But using this one, it's gonna be it's more healthy.
And half the time.
Half of the time.
Another thing with this is that there's so many modes. I saw that it does curry. So and Mesa Ni Misis, we love curries because it's one of the best ways to eat vegetables because especially with kids, because the sauce covers the vegetables. They can't pick it out. It's good to eat on rice. So I love the fact that it has a mode especially for curries.
See, the convenience of cooking, we got it covered for you. So all you have to do is just press it, with your hands and then just plop in the ingredients. But speaking of food, here, our viewers right now, they love to cook, they love to eat, and they want to explore the culinary world. Maybe what's your message or what could be your advice to them who want to pursue the culinary arts?
I think that if you are trying to cook, your tools are very important. So something like this, 12-in-1, will allow you to explore different ways of cooking. If you were scared to braise, if you were scared to roast, this will take care of it because you don't have to think. This comes with a lot of preset modes and will do the work for you. So you don't have to be afraid no matter what you're cooking, vegetables, meat, chicken, fish, we're always afraid that we're gonna underdo or overdo meat or fish, even vegetables. Overdone vegetables are horrible. They're really soggy. So this will take care. This will take out all the guesswork for you and cook it to the precise doneness.
Wow! So guys, I don't know if you haven't gotten your hands on this yet, if you haven't added to cart, because this is it. We heard it from Chef Juana. This is where everything, all of our cooking needs come.
And at today's price, my goodness, $3.99. Why not buy it? That was one thing that stood in my way before. I was thinking, gastos na naman. But my goodness, for the price you're getting today, you gotta get 1, 2, 3. Give it to everybody.
Correct.
That you can think of.
Yes, and guys, like what we've mentioned, this is actually a very, very special day. Now, for those of you who want to unleash that inner chef, like our beautiful Chef Juana over here, you better stay tuned and take note of the dish that she will be cooking using the Midea InnerChef 12-in-1 multi-cooker.
That's right. Okay, let's switch places so that I can show the dish. So today we're cooking a mushroom bourguignon. Normally this is made with beef, but it also has mushrooms. But since we're trying to reduce the amount of red meat that we eat and replace it with other things, we're gonna make use of mushrooms, which have great flavor, a great texture, and I promise you, Jamie, you won't miss the meat. So we're making use of 3 kinds of mushrooms, and that's really the key for you to get that umami. We have oyster mushrooms, very, very affordable. Shiitake mushrooms, which are full of umami, and button mushrooms, which are really, really meaty. So normally, if you didn't have this wonderful gadget, you would have to slow cook this and braise it for at least an hour for everything to become soft and tender. But I am betting we can do it in half the time or less today.
Wow.
Because this is an amazing cooker.
Oh, less the time ba? So we're cutting 30 minutes, diba? So
I can guarantee you can cut the time in 30 minutes.
Nice! So guys, you heard that again. Cut the time short, but of course, we just show you how to actually turn it on. So here.
Okay, shall we start cooking?
Of course!
So the great thing about the 12-in-1 InnerChef is that it has different modes. So to start with this recipe, I request for you to put this on saute. We're going to saute the onions and the carrots to get a nice caramel glaze on it. And that really makes a difference. All right. So may I request of you for host to turn this on to saute mode.
Okay, it's in saute and medium heat.
Okay. So we have a little bit of oil and we just use a tiny amount. And the reason that we can use a tiny amount is because this is non-stick and this will cook really fast. So a tablespoon of oil is actually around 100 calories. I'd rather eat another cup of rice. Right?
Yes.
I really would. So cut down your oil with this. So we're gonna, I can feel it, it's hot. We're gonna put the onions in and wait for it to caramelize.
So we're sauteing it.
Yes, just in the tiniest bit of oil.
Ooh.
Here.
I
Does
can
this
hear
have
the
different
feeling.
modes for the saute?
We have low, medium, and high. We're using
Let's
medium.
put it on high to speed up our cooking. Anyway, because this is non-stick, we're guaranteed it's not gonna burn. So I'm not afraid to put it on high. I just want it to save time. We can put it on high. Hindi naman susunod. Okay. I'm going to add our carrots. Carrots are essential for the sweetness will come from.
Here we go. Oh. And I can see how beautiful the colors are, and it's carrot and onions. Very, very healthy.
Yeah, so the onions will actually caramelize and that's going to become a nice soupy base. This will actually turn very sweet. So we're just going to saute this just for a little while. Just until the onions brown very, very slightly. The wonderful thing with the 12-in-1 InnerChef is that we don't have to wait. If I was doing this manually on a stove in a pot, I would have to wait for everything to brown evenly, all of that. But this will cook it very, very
And it's
precise.
cooking right away. I can see
It is.
it's changing the
It's
color.
changing color already, the onions.
But Chef Juana, we are just actually curious. How did this start? This type of recipe? What's the inspiration behind this?
Right. So back in the day, our family ate a lot of beef. I think as many families do. And you know, something wrong with it once in a while, but we decided to cut down our beef for health sake. Yeah, and you know, not to have it so much. Also, it's a bit lighter. You feel lighter.
And you feel better.
You feel better. Yeah. You definitely feel better. So cutting down meat to just like once a week, twice a month, something like that, little by little, and replacing it with vegetables that are just as delicious is really the trick. So this recipe is actually the exact same way that I used to cook beef bourguignon. So I used to make a very, very good beef bourguignon, and now I make a good mushroom bourguignon.
It's a healthy alternative, no?
Yes, absolutely. And that's a trick for anybody who's thinking of cutting down meat or going plant-based. Cook your recipes the way you used to cook them before. Don't change anything. Don't change the seasoning. Just change your laman. So if it's like beef, you can change mushroom, kalabasa, langka. Those are all great alternatives for recipes.
Wow, I also love the fact no, that we can actually be very creative when it comes to cooking vegetables. No?
Absolutely. So I think that's probably the secret to my success of converting my family into more plant-based is that I never changed the taste of it. It tastes exactly the same as it did with meat, with chicken, with fish. Kept all the spices, kept the recipes pretty much exactly the same. The best thing, cutting the cooking time.
Yes.
And with the 12-in-1 InnerChef, that's going to be cut even more. So you have more time to spend with your family, more time to do what you need to do.
With these over there,
Absolutely.
enough.
Yes. Oh, so this is a lot of mushroom. Oh, one more thing. I'm not going to chop this up anymore because when we cook here on the pressure cook, it's going to bring it down and disintegrate it and get it nice and soft. And also, when you eat, you're gonna have nice, oh my goodness, this is overflowing. You're gonna have nice whole pieces as well.
So once again, our InnerChef will do all the cooking for you when it comes to the flavor, the texture, the depth of our mushrooms.
I love eating mushrooms.
Same.
They're so pretty when they're whole. And I cannot wait. Whoops.
There's also the fact that there's so many health benefits when you eat mushrooms.
Sorry. So mushrooms have vitamin B, which is essential for our daily needs. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to put our singkamas. So singkamas is very good for fiber, but also adds a lot of sweetness and needed moisture. Last, we have your rosemary, and of course,
need that.
don't forget your seasonings or your salt.
Ooh, Chef Juana, that looks so good.
I can't wait for you guys to try this. And pepper.
There you go.
And last but not least, the secret of every bourguignon recipe is the wine.
Our favorite.
So I'm pouring this, sure.
There you go.
That gives it the color and flavor. You can add your ingredients at any point. So I forgot to add the plant-based butter. So normally, I think the InnerChef really kind of like gives everybody an equal chance to become a good cook. So really, like when you're cooking, a lot of it is technique, especially like with these French dishes. It's like when you put the butter, when you put the slurry, when you put the flour, that really makes a difference. But if you're like me, who started as a regular home cook, you're not perfect and you're gonna forget things because you have many children and a family to take care of.
Very busy mom.
and working women, working men, anybody, it's so easy to forget. Like I forgot the butter. But because I have my magic 12-in-1 InnerChef mode, I don't have to be a perfect chef all the time.
Yes.
this will take care of it for me. So I've just dumped this here. That's not the right step, but the steps are on mesanimisis.com. But because you can be forgiven with InnerChef, but okay. So there you go. Cover this
Using our
Yeah.
Here, but remember guys, so when you purchase this, you might be seeing this arrow, so just make sure that you actually put it on top of the unlock icon over there.
Okay, so you need one skill to be able to close this. If your cooking is not your skill, at least reading directions.
Alright, and then
So I will ask you to put it on the meat mode because I want the mushrooms to tenderize the way you would tenderize meat. So I think the preset of this is at 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, let's do that. Setting. Let's
Naka-preset na siya, diba?
Menu mode.
Sorry.
Menu.
Sorry. There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna put this on the meat mode because I wanted to tenderize the way we would cooking beef.
Are we using the medium or high?
Yes, let's try medium. I think that's good enough. Baka if we put it on high, mag-disintegrate na yung mushrooms natin. We don't want that. We still want to keep them nice and full.
Ooh, but you know what, Chef Juana, I can smell it from here already.
Can you? Yeah. The spices and mixing together.
And also, this particular recipe, we can find this in your cookbook, right?
It's not in this cookbook. It's on mesanimisis.com, and we serve this with a kamote mash. So I want to try making the kamote mash on this first. But when I heard that I would be demonstrating the 12-in-1 InnerChef today, I thought let's do the bourguignon because that takes quite some time to cook. But now anybody can cook it with zero level of experience. So as I mentioned earlier, a lot of cooking involves technique, and many people are scared to cook because they don't have technique, they don't have background, but this will do everything for you. You don't have to worry. And the fact that it has preset modes is already almost guaranteed that you come up with a good dish.
Yes, and not only that, if you want to tenderize your meat, say whatever meat you have, it can be pork or beef, it will actually cut the time that, you know, usually when we tenderize our meats, it takes, the whole day. But with this one, it's a matter of like an hour or so.
Also, because of the preset cooking, you're sure that it's going to be to the perfect doneness because overdone meat is also really bad. Overdone vegetables is really bad also. So nobody wants to overcook anything. The great thing about this is that the pressure will really break down all the parts, all the hard parts of the vegetables, even the meat.
And also the fact that you get a complete meal here.
Yes.
And actually, breakfast, lunch, and dinner covered na siya by using our InnerChef multi-cooker. And also the fact that you can actually be creative as well. I mean, I love Chef Juana's creativity when it comes to, using plant-based recipes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really creative. It comes out of necessity for planning for a family. Planning and sticking with a budget is also very important to me. I believe that everybody deserves to eat healthily but not have to spend so much.
Yes. Plus also the fact, I'm just curious na Chef Juana, I mean, like, do kids love eating vegetables already? I mean, like, it's hard feeding them.
Absolutely, it is. So my number one tip for feeding kids vegetables is to make it something saucy, like cover it in sauce, make it tasty. So the 12-in-1 InnerChef is perfect to do that because you can dump your veggies, dump your sauce, and it'll actually break down your vegetables. The kids don't have to pick it up.
Alright, so right now, we're going to be showing you as to how you're going to reduce the pressure. So all you have to do is just turn it. There you go. So right now, it's really just releasing all of that pressure inside. So we are really cooking those mushrooms in no time.
You need to release the pressure before you open it. So you'll know when it's all out, when the thing goes down.
Yes.
Ang dami pala, no? Oo. Parang siyang dicer.
And yes, right now we can actually see that it is actually deteriorating, nawawala na yung steam. So it also indicates that it's the time that we can actually take off the lid. And then we'll see.
The metal thing went down.
Wow!
Even I'm surprised. First time I'm cooking.
Look at that!
Alright, and
Wow,
now
Chef Juana.
we're going to add the cornstarch slurry. That's just to make it a bit thicker. But since I can see we have a lot, there's still quite a bit of water. I'm not gonna add so much to this. I'm just gonna turn this into a paste and it will mix now. There, and just keep stirring. So the reason that we do the cornstarch last is because we don't want it to burn it, and there's some things that you do have to manually do, and this is one of them, just to stir until the sauce thickens.
That looks so beautiful. And it looks like real meat.
It does. Beautiful mushrooms.
And again, guys, that's plant-based. Can you imagine? Everything is made of mushrooms, carrots, onions, singkamas.
Singkamas for that sweetness.
Everything is made of mushrooms, carrots, onions, singkamas.
Singkamas for that sweetness. After you add the slurry, so I like it quite thick, so I actually added a little more cornstarch. But you can, I think the trick for this is start with a little bit and then keep adding to adjust.
But actually, the consistency is already perfect.
Which is great, actually.
And I also noticed that, it's really in the spices that we put on, which makes it really.
The spices are really what gives things flavors. Because imagine big piece of chicken or beef, wala rin lasa yan. It's really your herbs and spices that make a difference. So in this case, it's our rosemary. This is really
Yummy! Wow!
So I think I'll add, I think what's great about cooking with the 12-in-1 is that your vegetables are not disintegrated. Look, they're still whole, but super, super tender. Like you can break it with just a touch of a spoon. So I really, really like that about this. And all the flavors are mixed in the sauce.
Yeah, and we all need that in our lives, especially, the hardworking moms out there, super duper busy moms, dads. Even if you're a single person living in a condo, it's important that you have something like this because like what Chef Juan has been telling us, it's the one doing the job for you. And also the fact that, aside from the fact that you can actually cook so many recipes and ingredients here, it gives us value for money.
Yes, especially today
Yes.
priced at $3.99.
Oh,
Get
yes.
2 of these. I think I want 2 of them.
Yes.
The best part is you can leave it and then come back and it's fine. It's not gonna burn.
So alright guys, we are about to serve our mushroom bourguignon. Yes, very, very healthy recipe by this Chef Juan.
I like to serve this over mashed kamote. So that's on the website, but you could very well just look at that, how rich it looks.
Wow.
So super cozy weather food.
The ultimate comfort
Ultimate
food.
comfort food. Look at that. It's delicious.
So tender and so release.
So tender. Fork. And we'll break with a fork. The onions are caramelized and look at that.
And it smells so good.
If you don't want to do kamote, you can serve this with crusty bread. You can eat it with rice. Who doesn't love rice? So versatile.
Very, very versatile indeed. And this is something that everyone in the family will really, really enjoy. And you can even try for your kids.
Yes.
Because this is a healthy alternative for meat thing.
Yeah.
And we're just using this one.
With the oyster mushrooms, you can see it looks like shreds of
Exactly.
beef or
Yeah.
even chicken. So yeah, it's so rich, it's so healthy. All the broth tastes so good. So I can't wait for you to try it, Jamie.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to try it out myself as well. And I'm sure our viewers right now would want to try it out themselves, but gotta purchase this and research the recipe of Chef Juana.
That's right. Purchase this today on Lazada for $3.999 and get a copy of the Mesa Ni Misis cookbook, which is also available on Lazada. Check those 2 out today and you'll be ready to roll by tomorrow.
Yes, I love that ready to roll. And of course, while you're at it, please do visit our website. That's www.midea.com/ph. We also have our social media pages. We have Facebook, that's at Midea Philippines, Instagram, that's Midea PH, and we also have our YouTube channel. Subscribe at the Midea Philippines Official, and we also have a TikTok, and that's at Midea Philippines.
Yes.
So Chef Juana,
I'd love to invite people to
Yes.
follow Mesa Ni Misis on Facebook. We're at Mesa Ni Misis PH, and on Instagram, Mesa Ni Misis, and of course YouTube at Mesa Ni Misis. You'll find all these recipes and more.
Yes, and we also really love to find out all of those recipes. Let's all start living a healthy life, especially now that we really need to actually take care of ourselves and our family as well. But of course, guys, I would just like to remind all of you, if you are actually interested to purchase a copy of Mesa Ni Misis cookbook, just please visit their social media pages. Now, last but not the least, again, Chef Juana, maybe you have a last message for our viewers out there.
Yeah, so all these recipes, all these recipes, the mushroom bourguignon plus more are available for free on www.mesanimisis.com. Do check out our socials and our YouTube, and of course, my recipes are featured here on Midea's website and their YouTube. Do check it out. I show you how to use the different appliances as well.
Yay! So once again, thank you so much, Chef Juana, for joining us
today. And guys, get this today.
Get this one. So last of all, please do not forget to visit our website and the Lazada app. Purchase one. Get your hands on this right now. Again, it's 3,999 pesos. Juana right here. And we hope to see you again after this live stream.